You guys, what is up? It is I, the Concrete Catwalk. Those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I love all things thrift, vintage, new, nearly new, estate sailing, you name it. I love it. To my catwalkers, mwah! Welcome back to a new video this Sunday. Those of you who are newly subscribed, thank you so much for coming along together on this journey. Okay, there are a few things that I want to get into. As you see from the title, do not mess with my schedule or my process. This video is probably going to be a little bit all over the road. Bear with me as I do this. I want to show you guys some last pieces that I have picked up that is finished and rounded out my fall pieces pertaining to my current wardrobe. These are some things that I think you may want to just go and check out because they would be worthwhile additions to your wardrobe. And I'm going to highly suggest that you go and pick these up. It's only a few pieces that I wanted. Lastly, a discussion as to why, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, when you think about things, sometimes things just pop up. I'm going to do a proper run, don't walk in the upcoming weeks. Now, you guys know we are in the throes of fall. Fall is officially here. The weather has kind of been teeter-tottering back and forth. I'm on the East Coast. You guys who are on the West Coast or maybe a little bit further up north or a little bit down south, you may have a little bit of mix like I'm experiencing. I found myself recently after a very long hiatus in Nordstrom Rack, and one thing that I have been noticing is the beautiful color that is chocolate brown. So let me tell you about this. And if I am in and out of range of the mic, please forgive me, but I don't want to hold it and show you guys these things. So I was in Nordstrom Rack and I picked up this chocolate brown. I'm gonna call it like a lounge set. Not exactly a track suit, no. Not exactly a jogger set, no. It's just warm-ups. But this set is the best thing. It is by Abound and it is in Nordstrom Rack. Top $29.99, bottom $29.99. So for $60, you have yourself one of the most luxe looking sets that is not going to set you back an arm and a leg. Now the pants on these, they are a wide leg. It's like a slight lead out to a wide leg. Not exactly boot cut, not exactly just a straight up and down wide leg. It's just a perfect look. These feature a elastic waist, but you can also cinch with the belt, and the belt looks substantial. Don't look at my nails are a mess. I always love when there's like a tip at the end that keeps the belt from unraveling or coming out of the pull through, because we all have been through that and I don't particularly like that. This set is everything. Now this I got in a size medium. I will tell you this, if you are a small or a medium or a large, I would suggest that you size down. Try your true size, but you may want to size down. I typically would have picked this up in a large, but when I tried on the large was too large. And when I tried on the small was too just right. The medium was the size that works and looks the best for me. If you go into Nordstrom Rack and you're interested in finding an affordable chocolate brown set like this is, it looks great no matter what you decide you want to pair this with or do this with in this already here fall weather. Let's move on. The next thing that I have had my eyes on, I am a big fan of bucket hats. One thing that I have noticed as of late is that bucket hats, plaid bucket hats in particular, and I will post up here or here, I've been seeing that and it caught my attention. So I happen to be in, you East Coast girlies already know, Gabe's, and I came across a hat by Maurice's, And when I saw it, I knew I wanted to get it. So this plaid bucket hat I picked up in Gabe's for all of $3.99. When I tried it on, I knew. I said, "Oh my God, this is it. It is so cute. This is just enough to transition, not from just now when it starts to get a little bit cooler, but even as you get into the wintertime, this hat is going to serve its purpose. And there's so many different variations. This can go with brown, this can go with black, this can go with tan. And the multifaceted use that I know that I'm going to be able to get out of this, I'm very excited to be able to wear this. So if you are on the East Coast, or you can get into the car and you can take yourself to where there is a Gabe's, you may want to go to see if you can't find some type of a little plaid bucket hat or a bucket hat in general, because it is going to be the cutest thing paired with whatever it is you decide you want to do it with in the fall. Okay, let's move on. Final item. This is the last thing that I picked up for fall. I am complete. There is nothing else that I need. Walmart, our favorite place on the planet, and apparently everybody else's, because Walmart, I told you before, has been doing some tremendous things when it comes to shoes and clothes. You name it, they are doing it the right way. Well, I happened to be in Walmart and I came across these platform, I'll call them UGG like clogs. Now, you know, UGG has a version that is at a price point if you're willing to do that. When I saw these and the price point that they were sitting at, I believe these came in at about $24 and a little bit of change, either 22 or $24. These are worth it. These are fur lined, they are very comfortable. Now, I found when I tried these on, these run on the larger side. So I tried these on in a 7. It was a lot of room. So I actually sized down to a size 6. My feet are very narrow in the instep, but at the front of the foot, if there's a lot of room, it will accommodate my foot with no issue. So between my heel and mid portion of my feet, that is the hardest part that I have trying to fit shoes. I would say to you guys, if you come across these in Walmart, you may want to try on a couple of these, because for me, the size 7s and the size 8s were just too big. The 6 came in just right. These look amazing on and they are very comfortable. You could either wear these with socks or without. I've already worn these. I've worn them both ways and they are perfect. So if you don't want to drop that money on Uggs, they have these I like because they have this square-ish toe box. Love. So if you're in Walmart and you see these, you may want to try these and pick these up for yourself. Moving on, let's get into the Dollar Tree. In the beauty industry, there is this whole big thing with regards to snail potions. I'll call it a potion, or snail mucin is the proper word, but happen to be in the Dollar Tree, and you know I really, really love going into their makeup slash beauty department. And I came across something that I couldn't even believe when I saw it there. And I'm going to show it to you both ways. This is by Global Beauty Care. It is the Snail Mucin Moisturizer, hydrating, brightening, and replenishing. Okay, this is the box you would want to look for when you are in the Dollar Tree. Okay, I happened to be in the Dollar Tree about 2 weeks ago and they had 2 of these boxes left. So I picked both of the boxes up. So let me put this to the side before I go back to it and show you. This is what it looks like. I'm going to hold this up. This is what this looks like out of the box. I'm going to take the lid off. This is what it looks like inside of the packaging. Look how thick this is. All right, let me just break this down to you. When I put this on my face, the way my skin felt was immediately wonderful. I have been using this for about 2.5, almost 3 weeks now. When I tell you the difference as far as how soft my skin is, the moisture retention. I'm not talking oily. I'm just talking hydration, the way it looks. This it would be a game changer for anybody who suffers from dry skin on their face in the wintertime. This is something I would definitely and have done put under makeup. Use this at night before I've gone to bed. I've even used this on my hands, my arms. This is tremendous. If you go into the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hold up the box too, this is the box that you would want to be looking for. So screenshot this, and this is what it looks like inside the box. This is incredible. I now have the one that I'm currently using, this box, and another that is on reserve as I work my way through this. This I would highly recommend. If you can get to your Dollar Tree and you can find this, you would want to pick this up. Next to last thing that I want to share with you guys is coming out of the nail and face. Okay, you guys, this is the nail polish that is going to be going on my fingernails next. This color that I'm wearing is a Chanel color. You guys know I love Chanel, but Chanel does not hold up. This is the nail color I picked up out of the Dollar Tree. I would highly advise that you run and get this. This is called Fast and Fabulous. This is pulling up as a red color on camera, but this is more so like one of those mixes between reddish orange type of a nail color. That's what this is. It's giving that Chanel color. And if I remember what it is, I'll post up here or here. But I cannot wait to put this color on my nails. If you are in the Dollar Tree and you see this, this color is called Fast and Fabulous. Get this color, Fast and Fabulous. Okay? Last thing that I'm sharing with you guys out of the Dollar Tree. For the fall, I typically like a more warmer hued makeup look. I don't do a whole lot of makeup, and I like palettes that can give me the ability to use, an eyeshadow maybe as a cheek enhancer color. You get the point. Come on, you guys, you get the point. This is called the Smoky Brown's eyeshadow palette. If you're in Dollar Tree and you see this, I would highly suggest that you pick it up. I love going into Dollar Tree and taking a gamble on things to see how they're going to work out. I've used this on my cheeks. I've used this color on my lids. Some of these colors I have not played with yet, but this is my focus. These five right here and a little bit of that. You guys, let me tell you something. To find a palette that you can just use and not have to worry about, oh, is it something I'm gonna like or not like. If you get it and you find out it's not for you, it's $1.25 spent. And I absolutely love the color combination in this color palette. Now, I would highly suggest that you pick it up. Perfect for the fall. So I'm gonna sit this over here. That leads me to a discussion segue that I'd like to have with you guys. I want your take on this, and I want to know if you guys have gone through this. In the thumbnail, I had this book. This, along with my LV agenda, are the things that keep me pointed in the direction of everything that I need to get accomplished. I think most people throughout the course of the day, you set aside certain tasks that you decide that you want to do. Now, if I pick this up, I gotta say it, talk to you guys the way I want to say it. Okay, I had something that I wanted to accomplish with my car. Where I am, we have, emissions. We've got to do that. I think everybody maybe has to do that, but I'm on the East Coast and that's something that I have to do. I decided that I wanted to go and take care of this. You're given a time frame to go do it. It's all good. Not an issue. Fine. Way that it works is, you can either do it yourself or you can go to a site that has people there who, when you pull up to the bay, hand off the sheet, they do their thing, they ask you to step out and, let's get on with it. So pull up to the bay. I'm waiting. When you're thinking about all the things that you have to do in a day, you're not thinking about anything else other than the mission at hand. I'm thinking about the mission at hand. So I'm not going to say whether this person was a man or a woman because it's irrelevant. It's just how they caught me off guard that I didn't vibe with. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the way it went. I'm thinking I'm pulling up and this is a place of business and that's how this is going to go down. I'm sitting there and of course the window is down and the way the person comes off, they go, "Oh, it's a posted sign here for, the speed limit." And I look at them and I'm thinking, I'm not processing. I'm like thinking it's just a drive around. You're not in my head, I'm thinking this isn't about you're not speeding up to this bay. You are, if anything, at 15 miles an hour coming up to the bay. There is no speeding. That's not how this is going. So I'm sitting there and I'm processing this out and I'm thinking to myself, what? In my head first, what? And then they say it again. Oh, it's posted. You were doing 60. And I'm like, I looked at them because you guys, you gotta look. I looked at them and I said, what are you talking about? And they go, oh, I can't make jokes. And I look at them and I'm like, no. Now, hear me out. I understand maybe in the course of their day, their work day, that's how they do things. Maybe that's how it goes for them. But I think when it's one of those things where you've got people behind you, meaning it's not just me in line, there's other people behind me and there's people in front of me, and it's an in out process. Normally, anytime I've gone and done this, it's an in and out process. It's over and done. It's not all this na 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 with stuff to me that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to have a discussion about because what they were talking about was a non-issue. There is okay, you get me, you get where I'm coming from. So I'm simply saying in the course of things, one thing that I myself don't do is I don't mess with people's schedule or process. You don't know what a person's headspace is. You don't know what it is that they're trying to accomplish. And I think sometimes when people try to be cute or try to be funny cute, it kind of comes off the wrong way. And I'm not saying that I got snarky with the person because I didn't get snarky with the person. I just looked at them as if, what are you talking about? I think at that point that they got it because they didn't take it as, oh, she's being smart, oh, she's being rude, oh, she's being because I wasn't. I think I just kind of checked it at the point of, hey, I'm here to get this done so I can get on my way. Because after that, we had a very smooth transaction. It wasn't anything that was sideways. It wasn't like that. I'm just simply saying sometimes it's better to just respect the fact that of the process. They're there. Let's get this done. Let's get the person out the door, and that's the end of discussion. I'm all for small talk at the right point in time. So, you know what? I spoke my piece. I want to move on. Let me know if that's ever happened where somebody caught you off guard and you were just like in the mix of what it is you got to do because you're on a mission and it's this and I got time to do this and I need to do this and it just totally caught you off guard because they were being kind of what they thought was playful and cute. Brings me to the next thing that I want to get on to, and that is when I look for things to add to my wardrobe. I am all over the place. It could be the women's department, it could be the big kids department, it could be the men's department, but this conversation has to do with the fight with my wardrobe, and that fight sometimes entails weight. I'm not talking about this to trigger anyone. I'm talking about this just in terms of what I go through when I am thinking about longevity and maintaining pieces in my wardrobe that make sense to maintain versus fighting a number on a scale trying to figure out if that is going to be a longevity piece based upon how much I weigh. I am not saying that I battle with, oh my God, don't eat that, don't do this, don't do that. No, but what I am saying is I'm very mindful. I'm very mindful about what I'm eating and when I'm eating and why I'm eating it. But what I don't want is I don't want a wardrobe that is dictating that I be a specific size for it to work for me. I done been there and done that. I did that when I was younger, and I'm not doing that at this point in time in my life. There is a certain threshold that I feel comfortable at. Yes, yes, it is. There is a threshold that I feel comfortable at, but there's also a threshold where I don't feel comfortable. And I do think that that does have an impact on your feelings about how you look when you put certain things on. I think, and I'm just going to say it the way I want to say it. I think that a wardrobe is a reality check and balance about what you've been doing or what you have not been doing. And that's not saying it in a disrespectful way because I'm talking about me. I am talking about me. I think that when time has gone by, and let's just say you reach for something, a pair of jeans or a dress or a skirt, and it's been, let's say, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and you put it on and you recognize that it is not working, i.e., how it looks when it's on. Sometimes it is 2 things. It is the fact that it needs to leave, or it's the fact that there needs to maybe be an adjustment in what's going on with how things are being consumed. And I'm saying this delicately because I don't wanna trigger anybody. I don't. I think sometimes we all are guilty of it. You end up biting off a little bit more than necessary. And I think a lot of times, we forget that we've spent money on things and some things are expensive. And it's not to say that everything is sitting at a price point where it's like, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to maintain this. No, I think that sometimes when it comes down to a wardrobe, when you have an extensive wardrobe, it is always going to be a check and a balance based upon if it's going to work in the long term or not. I am very guilty of buying things at a certain size point or a certain weight point, and it fits magnificently. But don't let me go up 5 or 7 pounds and then I'm standing there going, oh, I can still fit it, but it doesn't look as good as it did when I was 5 to 7 pounds lighter. And that's just being upfront with you guys and telling you, yeah, the struggle is real. And I always am learning as I've gotten older that it's better to look for things that are going to adjust with you. And I think that that's the baseline of all of this, and why I'm raising it is recently I've been going through and I've been cleaning out my wardrobe. You guys, I have thinned out a lot of things, making sure that I bring the wardrobe in line with what my needs are and not me adapting to the needs of what the clothes are dictating based upon their size. I have been down that road. I know what it's like to be a size 2. I know what it's like to be a size 4. I know what it's like now to be a size 8 to 10, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm fine with that. This isn't about starvation. This is about understanding the fact that as you get older and things start happening and you start morphing into the person that you are, I'm never going to see a size 2 again. I'm never going to see a size 4 again. And I'm not about to get into this whole headspace of, oh, I've got to starve to be this size, or I got to do this to be this size, or I can't eat this because it's this. Do I pay attention to how I feel in things? Sure, I do. But if I realize that I've outgrown some things, I have no problem with letting those things go. None whatsoever. But I will say this, leaving that aside and segueing into, you guys know that I love going into the men's department and looking for things because why? The men's department, clothes there that you can see, you get, you adapt to work it to the feminine form, which I love to do with men's clothing because they, I'm finding, allow for longevity. Think about it. A men's white shirt, you could wear it oversized as a dress, you could wear it as a shirt. You could do so many things with it. You can wear it as a tie around the waist if you're wearing some type of a something over top and you want that look. You can wear it as a beach cover up. There's so many things. The versatility in the men's department and in their clothing is excellent. It's unreal to a point because I have some things that I've gotten out of the men's department either by way of thrifting or by way of going into some store, and I still can work with those things to this day. I can't say that about some of the clothing that I've picked up out of the women's department. I can't say that. I think that the fit on men's clothes is much more generous. That goes from sweaters to trousers to sweats to t-shirts. They have a staying power that I love. And the way you can take those things and make them work for the feminine form is absolutely incredible. So, interestingly enough, and I don't know where this came from, but I want to say thank you to GQ because GQ has started sending me some of their magazines. Now, I never subscribed to GQ. Maybe it's because I always have spoken about my interest in the accessories and clothes in the men's department, but I'll turn it this way because I don't want to give out, but I'll do it like this. GQ has graciously started sending me their magazines. Now, the eye candy in GQ is A1, okay? But it's the accessories and the clothes that I am really after because there's so many things in here that just trigger ideas. And you guys know how I feel about a magazine, whether it's an older magazine or whether it's a new magazine. Ideas, ideas, ideas. And this is the other one. This was the first one that I received from GQ. So GQ, ooh, thank you very much because I am obsessed. And yeah, GQ, I would love to sit down and answer all your questions. I'd love to tell you why I love GQ so much. Would love to do that because the ideas in here and the eye candy in here is incredible. I'm saying this all to you guys so that you understand that the reality check in a wardrobe comes from if the wardrobe works to fit your needs, if the clothes that are part of your wardrobe can carry on through iterations and years and style changes, and or you can adapt it to work for what it is that you need at that particular point in time. And to me now, and at this point in my life, if clothes can't do that for me, then they don't deserve to be in my wardrobe. So, you guys, there you have it. I'm sorry if this was all over the place. I don't want to talk to you guys a whole lot more about things that go on in my thought processes of clothes and fashion, choices that I make, things that go on with me, things that trigger why I feel a certain way about circumstances and situations. You guys are probably going to get a lot more of that as we move forward. But you guys, let me know in the comments below your thoughts. If there's anything in particular that you want me to elaborate on more, to share more with regards to my wardrobe, specific bags that you'd like to see me have more discussion on. You guys know the Kurt Geiger bags that I have. They are earmarks in my handbag collection and I absolutely love them. If you want any updates with regards to my Hermes pieces that I have and about the wear and tear with some of those things, just let me know in the comments below what you would like to see from me. And I just want to let you guys know that soon in the next upcoming weeks, there is going to be a giveaway. So you need to stay tuned to find out what that giveaway is all about. You need to be subscribed to my channel if you do not want to miss out on anything that I post and any giveaways that I would have coming in the near to distant future. So, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and you know what else? Tap that bell so you do not miss out on any videos that I post. I try to post videos every Sunday, but you guys know if life be lifing, I don't ever forget about you guys. And I thank you all so much for sticking with me and watching me and encouraging me. I appreciate that. I want people here who want to be here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out my channel when I post my videos. I appreciate all of your comments too. You can also head on over to Poshmark. Check out my closet. I am Concrete Catwalk on Poshmark. If you see anything there in my Poshmark closet that you are interested in, feel free to leave a message there, or you can head on over to Instagram. I promise I will be a lot more active on Instagram. I have been extremely busy. I am working on some things. Those things will be unfolding in the not so distant future. So you need to stay tuned because some things are thinging. So you guys, you can head on over to Instagram and you can DM me there if you see anything in my Poshmark closet that you're interested in. DM me there as well. Thank you so much for stopping by this week. Be safe. See you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye for now. All right. Yeah.